probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G., but keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like G&G. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the instrument and take your friends and them kin and all come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the trolls and haters, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face with the snacks to come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps. What do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G., but keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like G&G. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the instrument and take your friends and them kin and all come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the trolls and haters, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face with the snacks to come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps. Good morning to ye! It's your boy Big Phil Speaks, and this be the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Good morning. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Could you be mine? Would you be? Y'all know what it is. It's the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. It's your boy Big Phil Speaks, brought to you by myself and the Good Money Gang. Not only am I a client, but I'm the president. You feel me? Who we got in the building this morning? The Night Rider, the Moderator King, the home team, GMG, Southeast Slimmy, yes, you hear me? Papa True Guns is in the building. What's up, nephew? You in the building, J-Man, 1/3 of that good HR team, bugging out as usual off the early R&B from that 215. That Philly Ball is in the building. What's goody like the mob, huh? Listen, did I pin that situation to the top? I believe I did. Yes, I did. Huh? Who else we got in the building? Rich, I see you in the bitch. In the building, Rich. Excuse me. You in the building. Salute. Des and D. Another third of that HR team is in the building. Good morning to ye. Christy Curtis, good morning. Miss Mike Right for you. She's in the building. Good morning. Huh? Wearing each other's, y'all bugging. Y'all are bugging out this morning. Listen, off the early. The Packy Rick, that Rick to that good pack is in the building. Good morning. What's up, her? Huh? Riri Lokester, what's up with you, young Lokester? You in the building? Huh? My homie from uptown, Frank Murphy is in the building. DC Mumbo South is in here, huh? Y'all tripping in these comments off the early. Listen, we got a lot to talk about. Jeannie Miles, I see you. She's in the building, huh? Shalom, what's up, Shalom? I see you out here living La Vida Loca. Yeah, I'm talking about trying to get next to Usher and things. I seen you, Sha. I seen you. Listen, you out here living your best life. I ain't mad at you. Have at it. The bird, good morning to you. Sabrina T, she's in the place to be. Good morning, gang. Notorious, she's in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, Richard, I'm standing on business. You hear me? Notorious, that was a oops. That was a oopsie. You hear me? Look, Mike Rifle, you said clocking in. I ain't mad at you. Hey, Lisa, where the Cult Jam? Music for God, too? She's in the building, huh? Vino Diva, Cali Love is in the building, huh? Going back to Cali. Listen, y'all in the building. Wake up. We got a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all missed me on Monday. I missed you on Monday, too. Had a little power outage, a blackout in the area, so I couldn't even get on with y'all. I was pissed. I was like, what the hell is going on? So I put out the little notification. Boop, 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 boop. There will be no show today. I rolled my ass over, went right back to sleep. I was like, I can't. You hear me? I had to go back night. But guess what? We back at it like a crackhead with a crack habit. It is the Good Morning Gang morning show. Y'all know what I like to say. I don't care if you're getting off for work, if you're heading for work, if you're on these internet streets or in the newspaper looking for work, or you rolled over and looked at your bun, your boot thing, or whatever, talking about, I want to put in work. The Good Morning Gang morning show is going to get you right, and I'm about to get you going. But listen, y'all know what to do. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. Book up. If you're new to the situation, hit that subscribe button. Book up. And while you at it, hit that notification bell. So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang morning show or Feel the Love Fridays or anything that I drop on the Big Phil Speaks channel gets to popping. You hear me? Listen, more importantly, share the live with 1 to 7 your friends, because I want to menage with the world. I want to menage with the algorithm. Don't be selfish. Share the love. You hear me? Share us with those that can bear us. You hear me? That's about it. Ladies and gentlemen, those on the sideline line on IG, y'all better come on Tinky, you know better. You know where you're supposed to be, Tinky. Now, everybody else, come on over here to the good YouTube streets. This live right here is not lasting long, so come on over to the good YouTube. Anywho, I got a question for y'all. As we start this show. Maybe I should wait till there's a little bit more people here. I'll wait till there's a little bit more people. There's y'all be coming up. Y'all got strange imaginations because y'all be coming up with these scenarios in y'all head, and I'm like, where they get these imaginations from? They be in the mirror waking up. It's just my imagination. Well, I'm like, what are you talking? I ain't did nothing. Hey, Kathy Cotton Candy, she's in the building. Good morning to ye. Uh-oh, there she go. Tiki, I see you. Listen, we gonna talk about these type of things later on in the broadcast. You hear me? Because we're going to talk about selling out, embarrassing yourself for clout. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about all that. But in the meantime, between time, share the live with 1 to 7 of your friends. Click that, hit that share with that little arrow doing like that. Click that, get that link, and put that in your DM, your messages. Put it on IG, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever the case may be, and let's get us out here a little bit more. I see the numbers rising a little something, but I see them thumbs ain't rising like they should be. Y'all get on that for me. Pause ASAP like Rocky. It don't take but a millisecond to go hit that thumbs up. Boop, boop. And if you think you're going to miss something in the chat by clicking out to hit the thumbs up, you're not. It's going to be right there. Everything that you thought you was going to miss in that little bit of minutes is going to be right there to come back to. K-Dub Styles, good morning to ye. My birthday is December the 11th, Kathy, but, you know, it's my birthday all year round. You feel me? December 11th, God so loved the world that he blessed my presence upon that day. You hear me? What you disappointed about, TK? Sagittarius gang, don't bang. That part. Whichever lady came up today, I got it. What? I don't know what she was. Sarah Lynn, she done came on in. Good morning, good morning. That part, Kathy, that Sagittarius gang is nothing like us. It's nothing like us. Even more special than that is none like me. One of one. You hear me? One of one. Mr. Sagittarius. You hear me? Y'all coming over to the good YouTube. Stop sitting here on the sideline and come on in. Huh? Watch out for her, Tinky. Shot outside. She was trying to creep up to that little row where Usher come up there and sing to the ladies and stuff, sing to the celebrities. Sha was trying to get right there. She said, I'm trying to be Kiki Palmer. Call me Sha Palmer. Usher, I'm here for you, Usher. I'm here. I'm here, Usher. Come sing to me. First off, how you let the Shark Tale character get on you like that? Hey, Tinky, Sugar been on Get Back ever since that helmet video. Ever since that helmet. Ever since that video, Sugar ain't been the same. She been on my heels bumper. I get it. But it's all good. So sometimes you got to let them get theirs. You know what I'm saying? So they can feel like they did something. You know, feel like they did something. This weekend about to be back outside. What you got going on, Shy? Let me find out. Uh-oh. Don't make me have to come up there and have a conversation with hubby, Shy. Don't make me have to come up there. We gonna jump you because you talking about you want to be outside. Bad Wilson, good morning to you. Good morning. Listen, about to get this party started. Right. Do, baby. So, Mrs. Ryder, she done came on through. Listen, make sure I got the right one lined up. Yeah. So, some of y'all may have seen it already. Some of y'all might not have seen it, but Jamie Foxx is back outside, winning a Critic Choice Award. Glad to see that brother is healthy. He got some a little jokey joke for y'all people that thought he was clonked and things. Listen, I want y'all to check it out one time for the one time.
I want to thank everybody. Went through something. I've been through some things. You know, it's crazy. I couldn't do that 6 months ago. I couldn't actually walk to. And I'm not a clone. I'm not a clone. You know, a lot of people were saying I was cloned out there. Boy, y'all ain't shit. It's a clone. Ain't no goddamn game. It's a clone. You know what's interesting? First of all, I want to say to my black folks, man, thank you so much for holding me down all the time. It means a lot because I always say, like, to black folks, it's harder to impress black folks. Because you're black people, every time you get an award, it's always somebody out there say, man, my cousin did the same thing. Oh, come on, man. My cousin did the same shit. Ray, man, my cousin did Ray Nard, man. So it feels good to be here. I cherish every single minute now. It's different. You know, it's different. You know, it's beyond. I wouldn't wish what I went through on my worst enemy, because it's tough when it's almost over, when you see the tunnel. I saw the tunnel. I didn't see the light. It was hot in that tunnel, so I don't know where I was going. Shit, am I going to the right place? I just see the devil going, come on, man.
Shout out to Jamie Foxx. Glad to see that brother is back at it like a crackhead with a crack habit. And that everything is everything, because he almost checked out, ladies and gentlemen. A brilliant talent, a brilliant actor, a brilliant comedian, a hell of a singer. Listen, we got to protect ours. We got to make sure they goody like the mob. Listen, I'm glad to see you back outside, Jamie Foxx. Huh? What y'all think about that, Dara? J-Man is simple. Phil be looking so focused. I am. You ain't know. That do sound like Jamie Foxx, Genie. What you talking about? Rich said that's Jamie King. Blessings upon blessings. I'm glad to see you back. Y'all tripping. Y'all still talking about this clone stuff. Listen. Dev Lee in the place to be. Good morning, Toogie. Not Phillians. Let me see. I guess that's a good enough, people. Let me ask y'all a question right before I go into the next situation, topic, subject, or whatever the case may be. A lot of y'all have grown with me from IG or whatever the case may be, and you know we've had some real great conversations, some funny, some insightful, some emotionally pulling. Do you all think that I should take some of those lives that are on my IG, edit them down a little bit, and add them here on YouTube, and maybe make a playlist out of it? What do y'all think about that? If y'all think I should do that, put a 1 in the comment. If y'all don't think I should do that, leave it alone, put a 2 in the comment. Again, do you all feel as though I should take some of them IG lives, you know, like edit them to remove some of the fluff, some of the extras, and there'll be lives even with people that I don't rock with anymore or that I don't fool with. but I'll keep, to keep the authenticity of the conversation, I still, will leave them in there, or whatever the case may be. Okay, I see a lot of ones. Yeah, that way you can earn your ministry certificate. Jamie, you are bugging. Tinky, you should be making breakfast. What you talking? J-Man bugged out. I'm like, yeah, that way you can earn your ministry certificate. Dan said, yeah, I think you should do it. You'll definitely get traffic to your YouTube. Okay. Hey, KD. Hey, Karen. I see you. You in the building. All right. Phil, would you date Roxy, Blair, Sugar, or Cassie Go? Daz, if you don't go night, what is you talking about? Hey, Lyric, I see you. All right, look, we got a lot of ones, so I think I'm gonna get on that. I thought about doing like if doing like one a day or something like that, almost like the 12 days of Christmas. But I'm gonna start doing them ASAP like Rocky and putting one up here every day or whatever the case may be. I'm making some important changes to the channel. As y'all, I don't know if y'all saw it when y'all came. I got thumbnails now for this show and for Feel the Love or whatever, that will have the titles and things of the show in them or whatever, to make it more cohesive with the brand. As I said, I'm going to be changing the streaming platform, so you may or may not see that. You probably won't see that StreamYard link no more. There'll be another link for you to tap in for when it's time to cam up or whatever the case may be. More shows coming. Got working on something for the Kenny Burns the Kenny Burns Network, or the Kenny Burns Show, a 30-minute to an hour show there. I got the Tap In with Big Phil Speaks coming. We got some better things coming for the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Feel the Love Friday is going to get hotter, spicier, more conversational. You feel me? Some IG joints is controversial. Not necessarily, not most of the topics that I do, Rich. Not most of the topics I do. If it's too controversial, then I won't put them over here. That's good content for your YouTube. Okay, Papa, I appreciate that. Thank you, Notorious. I appreciate that. Not Pasta Phil. What you talking about, Vino? I ain't say nothing about no damn 12 days of no damn sugar. I said 12 days of Christmas. Hey, Tinky, hopefully it'll be these. Stop playing with me. Pretty Passion Fruit, good morning to ye. Sabrina C, good morning to ye. Listen, y'all are bugging. Twitch coming soon, too. That's a fact, Jeannie. That's a fact. And with the software that I'm going to use instead of StreamYard, instead of just the pre-game that y'all see on IG, the whole live will be on IG. Instead of me looking over into the IG camera, the live will be in IG as well. So I got some things coming. Miss A Block coming on in the last third of that good HR team is in the building. The other girl was too much for him. Tinky ain't been a woman alive that's been too much for me ever. Y'all better recognize. Humble I am. What my boss say? Though I'm humble and meek, don't make me weak. I'm calm and calculated. You better recognize. All right, I got a good consensus on that. Everybody and their mama put in a number one, so I'm gonna start doing that, because I think there's been some good dynamic conversations that have been had over on IG, and I'm gonna start editing some of the fluff out, some of the dry moments, so to speak, and then bringing them over here on YouTube or whatever. Because sometimes scrolling through somebody's timeline on IG can be a bit much. But if I put them all in one put them all in one playlist or whatever. Excuse me. I had a Halls drop. If I put them all in one playlist, then it'll be easier to find. I think new audiences and new people that happen upon them might enjoy some of the conversations, some of the things talked about from myself and other people that have camped up with me. And again, even for some people in some of the videos that I don't rock with or at all, but I won't edit them out. As I'll let it be what it is or whatever the case to keep the integrity of the conversations going. Y'all bugging. D Blade, what's goody like the mob? I see you in the building. Vino Diva, that part right there. People take kindness for weakness. I enjoy it though. Actually, when they do it, it kind of makes me smile because I'm like, they just don't know. Who did I call a heifer Night Rider? What you talking about? No, I didn't. It was a Halls. It was a Halls. All right, let me hide that. Listen, I don't know where y'all been or under a rock. My area has been lighting up a whole lot. The DMV area, the DC area, DC, Virginia, Maryland has been lighting up here lately with a whole lot of drama, a whole lot of things, a whole lot of. This one right here is different though. This is some stuff you see or hear in a movie. You feel me? There was an explosion. Supposedly the feds was executing a search warrant, and either a flare went off. Some people say it was something stronger than that set off a bomb or set off something and blew a house up. Blue blues. I gotta warn you that the footage is a little graphic. You don't see no bodies or nothing, but the fact that you see this is a residential neighborhood in which this happened. Y'all check it out for yourself. You feel me? Anytime. Anyway, wise loading. The neighborhood in which it happened is a pretty decent, quiet neighborhood, or whatever the case may be.
At Olive Garden, more is merrier.
Forgive the
from a first course that never ends.
I didn't know they was gonna bam out like that. Should have known though. But it's a pretty quiet neighborhood, so I know a lot of the neighbors and things were disturbing. You can hear one person that was filming it, like, oh my God, oh man, no, but we're gonna see in a second. Come on now this joint is
to festive favorites piled high. It's
and unfortunately I gotta
about
let
the
this
holidays,
ad run.
just with Alfredo.
Forgive me. Y'all come on over to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Come on over to the good YouTube.
Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
Huge explosion leveled a home in Arlington, Virginia, where police were serving a search warrant. Virginia police say they were investigating a man who fired a flare gun dozens of times from the home. A short time after they arrived at the house, authorities said they heard shots fired from inside, and then things took a turn. Wow. CNN's Gabe Cohen is in Arlington, Virginia. Gabe, what's the latest from there?
So, John, I spoke with Arlington police just a little while ago. They still are not confirming whether or not the man who was inside that home, believed to be inside the home when it exploded, survived. But of course, you can tell from the video just how extreme that blast was. If you look behind me, that's what's left of the house right there across this park. You can see the debris still smoldering this morning. There is debris up in the trees, a burnt out car, it looks like, right outside of the house. Miraculously, there were several police officers and police vehicles right outside the home when this blast happened just after 8 p.m. local time last night. None of them seriously hurt, and it was a massive explosion, as you can tell from that video. The home just leveled. Windows across the neighborhood were blown out. The entire neighborhood was shaking. People 5 miles down the road in D.C. could feel and hear the blast and see that smoke rising from the area. As I mentioned, that dramatic scene had started hours earlier, 4 hours earlier, when police came to the area. They say they were dealing with the man who lives inside that home, who was barricaded in the house, firing flares into the neighborhood, a flare gun shooting 30, 40 flares across the neighborhood. Eventually, police got a search warrant. They said they tried to enter the home. That's when witnesses in the neighborhood said they could hear the man opening fire with a gun into toward police. Police retreating, and shortly after that is when the home exploded, John.
It says police identified the suspect inside an Arlington, Virginia home that exploded Monday while police were executing a search warrant as resident James Yu, 56, and said they are investigating concerning posts he allegedly made on social media. Yu is presumed to be dead, Arlington County Police Chief Andy Penn said. You think? Human remains have been located at the scene. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner will work to positively identify the individual and the cause and manner of death, Penn told reporters at a Tuesday news conference. Authorities said in the news conference that they are investigating the cause and origin of the explosion. There is no ongoing threat to the nearby community, the police chief said, adding this will be a thorough and extensive probe, and authorities will also look into concerning social media posts allegedly made by the suspect. Yu listed his address in multiple LinkedIn posts, which are filled with rambling and at times incoherent conspiracy theories against government officials, law enforcement, media outlets, and in one post on Friday, his neighbors, who he accused of being spies and collecting his information for unnamed handlers. The FBI is assisting in the investigation into the explosion, and the suspect said David Sundberg, assistant director in charge of the agency's Washington, D.C. field office. Yu had previously communicated with the FBI through phone calls, online tips, and letters over the years, Sundberg said. I would characterize these communications as primarily complaints about alleged frauds he believed were perpetrated against him, he said. The information the suspect shared in his communication with the agency did not lead the FBI to open any investigation, Sundberg said. Authorities believe the man had been firing a flare gun from his home earlier in the day. Arlington County Police Department spokesperson Ashley Savage said the explosion prompted the evacuation of several nearby houses, officials said. Officers responded to reports of shots fired near the home in the 800 block of North Burlington Street shortly before 5 p.m., according to a police statement released early Tuesday. Further investigation revealed the suspect had discharged a flare-type gun from the home more than 30 times, Penn said during Tuesday's news conference. During the course of the investigation, officers obtained a search warrant for the suspect's residence and attempted to make contact with the suspect over the telephone and through a loudspeaker. The suspect did not respond and remained barricaded inside the residence, the police statement said. Much of our efforts was to engage him in communication and have a conversation to try and bring this to a very peaceful and voluntary solution. The communications were not successful, and he was not particularly cooperative when communicating, Penn said Tuesday. Yada, yada, yada. It's a lot. It's going on. At the end of the day, that's some shiggery out of a damn movie, out of a Matt Bourne movie, John Wick movie or something. Like the theatrics, the Equalizer. Huh? Y'all saw the way that house blew up. Blue, blue. what was on that man's mind? They said they believe he's dead. Man, what you thought? What you thought he had on a super nuclear thermo suit that kept him snug in the blast? That brother's up out of there, unless he was able to creep through a tunnel and get the hell up out of there, which we don't find that likely. But you never know. You never know. He did all that other stuff. You never know what's possible. However, man, I know, listen, we all leery of so-called bad areas and bad neighborhoods, but that wasn't a bad area nor a bad neighborhood. So it lets you know that no matter where you at in this world, you got to be on your P's and toes, because you never know where it's going to go down, literally and figuratively. You feel me? He paranoid looking out the windows. Phil, did I know him? Hell no, I ain't know no knocker like that. He said he was related to you, Daz. No, he said he was related to you. You feel me, Riri? Like what they thought. They presumed that he's dead. Like what you No. As soon as that house said blue blues, he probably disintegrated right down the bone. Huh? Phil knows someone that lives in that neighborhood. I know a lot of people live in a lot of neighborhoods. J man, what you talking? I know my area. That's it right there, carry P's and toes. You got to stay on your P's and toes. PS5 blew up. His ass cooked like those potatoes Apple made in the microwave for Thanksgiving. Damn it. Who said origin? Are you talking about my twang, my dialect, Riri? Nelly was out there singing. It's getting hot in here, Lord. I said he probably was making meth, man. That probably look sound like he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. You ask me. And Pretty Passion Fruit, that part, she said, oh my God, what in the Breaking Bad is going on here? And the way that house blew up, man, listen. It was like he turned on every knob of gas that he could. You hear me? That thing went up. Even that, he had some hell of explosives tapped into his house, because that was right there. All right, we good. Let me get that right there. Bomb. And Vino Diva, and it is, and it pretty much is. Breaking Bad dude that blew up. He said that was some very good Zaza. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, get the likes up if you would, if you could. Share the live if you would, if you could. We want to menage with the algorithm. You underdig me? We want to menage with the algorithm, huh? Hold on, Rich. You bugger. He said, well, he damn sure not 10 toes down no more. God damn it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all come over here. UPT Ray was goody like the mob. Y'all come on over here to the good YouTube. This channel is not going to be on too much longer. Come on over to the good YouTube. King Boss, what's goody like the mob? Esposito character. Y'all some TV watching mofos, ain't you? Listen. Next up, Phil 50 been trolling Puff, but Ricky Rose been trolling 50. Talk about that. Listen, I mean, that's light. That's light. The next topic, right, that I'm gonna show y'all. There's been little clips and little peeks and little footage of Charleston White. Charleston White. something else within himself. That's been going viral, whatever the case may be. I want you to watch this little video, courtesy of Cam Newton's podcast or whatever, and let me know what y'all think. And I'll give you my ones and twos on it too, to hear your what you call it. He laying on business, no more standing. Do 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 do. Pay attention.
See this is the thing, Charleston. Like I think everything that you're saying has some truth to it. It's just the delivery. There's no denying that you're standing for and by your people.
Well, here's the thing. When you're addressing evil, you can't worry about the delivery. When you're looking at the conditions of our community, you can't worry about the evil when you got kids that kill kids and say we smoking on Tuka. See, they wasn't worried about the delivery when these kids in Chicago were talking about smoking on Tuka. Mm-hmm. They weren't worried about the delivery. I ain't got no manners for no slut. I'm gonna put my thumb in her butt. The delivery? I like girls kissing girls where I'm from, and that's on the radio. Girls on girls, that's promoting lesbianism to my daughter as we driving to school. This song they playing with Drake. Y'all worried about the delivery? These niggas talking about killing each other. They really, that nigga Thug said, nigga, I shot at your mama. You don't mention me no more. He really shot that nigga mama. And y'all worried about my delivery? These niggas are confessing to murders on songs. And y'all worried about my delivery? The condition of black sucking them talking about booty holes. Y'all worried about my delivery? Come on, don't be hypocrites, black people. Y'all can't listen to this music if y'all so caught up in my delivery. Don't do me like that. And the way y'all snap and pop y'all pussy to this music, the way y'all kill and drill to this music, don't trip about my delivery. Hey, yo, Easy, why you wear your pants like that? I wear my pants like that because that's easy access, baby. Easy, why you talk like that? I talk like that to get my point across. But when I wasn't talking like that, wearing a bow tie, y'all wasn't paying me no attention. And I was going to the Supreme Court, changing laws and legislations in this country. I was working with over 50 U.S. congressional members, from Ted Cruz to Mark Rubio, Senator John Cornyn. I was on the front page of the American Bar Association Journal. I had done a study with News 21, Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. Y'all wasn't paying in. Nigga, hey, y'all what y'all want. Ignorant motherfucking nigga that talk like them rappers. Now y'all listening. Now y'all paying attention, huh? I got y'all attention. Checkmate. Now let me tell y'all what y'all need to hear. We fucked up as a race of people since y'all so caught up into my delivery. 5% of children now are catching HIV from ages 13 to 21. What y'all worried about? 85% of the new chlamydia, all the new cases of teenagers. What y'all so caught up about? Only 35% of most kids in inner cities can read on or above their grade level. What the fuck are y'all talking about? And these kids can't read. Come on, my nigga. So if we gonna be real, let's be real. I'm not bashing the black woman in her BBLs. I'm not bashing the black woman because she wearing eyelashes. I'm not fucking with the sister because she got too many baby daddy. I'm addressing men. Just like we abandoned no justice for people, George Floyd. Are we still mad about George Floyd? Are we still mad about police shooting? Is that why we not kneeling no more? Are we still boycotting the NFL? What happened to all these things? What happened? Nigga, because I'm still stuck on Tamir Rice while y'all stuck on my delivery. I'm still mad why ain't now motherfucker tore up the country behind Tamir Rice. Baby Tamir Rice at that. Since we so in tune.
Man, listen. Man, listen. Now, I don't normally jive with him. I normally don't jive with him. But listen, when it comes to that interview or in that portion of it, I didn't see too much past that. But that right there, he was spot on. He definitely said a mouthful. He was spot on. You can say what you want about him. You can say what you want about his character when it comes to certain things, street antics, ethics, whatever the case may be. But as for that little 3.5 minute little footage right there, if you got a half a brain and a smidgen of sense, you know that he was talking some real stuff, some real shiggery. You hear me? That's a fact, Jaleel. It said he always has a point, but people disregard it because of the way he acts. And see, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. Not, some of y'all are going to other different faiths, and some of y'all are, have no spirituality or religious base at all. But the Bible says about don't let your good be evil spoken of. Don't let your good be evil spoken of, which means, like, be careful of how you disseminate or how you go about doing the things that you see that are good or that you know to be good, or how you present yourself in trying to be good, so that they're not offensive to other people, not placating people, but you don't want your message, you don't want your good works to be muddied in the water of bullshittery as you do them. Your presentation, that is. And I think a lot of times with a lot of the antics that he's had, a lot of things that he's done, that the waters are heavily muddied when it comes to him and what he has to say. But far as this video here, far as this situation here, listen. Charleston White, stay in that vein. Charleston White, stay in that vein. I know shock and awe is cool. I know that drama brings about more views. I know that going viral means something to a lot of people, and that a lot of people would do whatever to do it. But go viral for that. Go viral for that, Charleston White. And anybody else for that matter. Go viral for that. Say something that needs to be heard. Say something that needs to be received, that needs to be listened to. Say something that needs to be thought about. One of them things you got to, sometimes after you hear it, you go back home, you on the toilet, taking a boo-boo or whatever, or you in the bed, some quiet time, and that thing come back to your mind, and you really think about what was said, and you be like, whoo, listen. Kathy said, yeah, he definitely had a point. Pros and my cons. Hey, pros and my cons. Said he definitely had a point. That's a fact. That's a fact, pros and my cons. We're not always going to agree, but how are you going to argue with the truth? That's it. That's it right there. That right there is it. The truth sometimes will console you, hold you, cuddle you, make you feel so good. And sometimes the truth will smack your ass, wake you up, shake you up, punch you in the face, knock you out, and wake you back up again to let you know what it is. The truth is what it is. No matter how it feels, no matter how it tastes, pause, whatever the case may be, the truth is the truth. King Boss, I don't know what you're talking about for president. Oh, man. That's true, T. He said when he was more conservatively dressed and doing things, nobody paid attention. Nobody paid attention, but as soon as he dumbed himself down, then everybody started paying attention. And it's sad. It's sad that you have to do those things just to garner attention. Somebody should be recognized for the way in which that they the message that they bring. They should be recognized for if there's any validity in points, positive and truthful points to whatever it is they're stating. I said pause, y'all. I don't know what y'all ayoing about. The church of GMG does and now is pros by concept. It is what it is. I said pause. King Skills, good morning, good morning. Preach, Pastor Phil. Y'all bugged out. I'm just saying. J-Man, of course. But at the end of the day, are we going to bypass? Are we going? See, this is the thing, right? For every ear, there's a messenger. For every message, there's somebody that people will receive it from. Everything that I say might not be received properly from everybody that hears it, but there will be a few people or core group of people that will listen to Big Phil. Same thing with Charleston White. Same with other people, whatever, bigger, smaller in social stature. The thing of it is to take from what somebody's saying the important points, the things that need to be taken out of the message. If it don't apply, so be it. Go skip past that. But the things that apply to you, your family, your community, your people, etc., hold on to that. Sometimes we got to look past who the person is that's delivering it. Sometimes we got to look past who the person is that's delivering that message, because sometimes we get caught off into this. We get caught off into this, the external of the human or the person that's delivering whatever message, speech, wisdom, knowledge, whatever the case may be, and we get so caught up in that we miss the whole point. Because no matter what other antics Charleston White does, no matter if he's an informant, a snitch, no matter if he's a punk, no matter if he's a sellout, no matter if he's a stand-up solid individual, does not change in that portion of time the message that he relayed in that portion of time. It does not change the validity of it. It does not take from the truth of it. It does not change the reality of the things that he talked about. If he lied about something in those minutes, so be it. But to me, I ain't hear no lies. I ain't hear nothing that need to be changed up or reconstituted. Everything he said was spot on. Y'all have to look past the person. Y'all have to look past the person when it comes to stuff like that. We all do, because like I said, I don't jive with him on a normal day-to-day basis or whatever. But with that situation right there, with that little message right there, I was like, okay, he's talking some real. He's talking some real. Rich, you silly. That's a fact, Sarah Lynn. She said, it's sad that society is that way, though. Even the social media algorithms are set up to highlight the negative BS. Which it's funny, right? Because that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about in a second. It's kind of what I'm going to be talking about in a second, right? Excuse me. Hey, Tavy. The point being, Pastor Phil is bugged out. Night Ride. The point being is that if you are Christian, right, and you've read the Bible, you heard the story about the burning bush, about the ass, the donkey, etc., etc. The point isn't actually in the thing as much as it is that if God can use an inanimate object to relay a message, then surely he can use a faulted, an imperfect vessel of a human to relay a timely message as is needed. If you want to take the Christianity, the Bible out of it, a wise person will listen to the wisdom. A wise person will discern the wisdom no matter where it's coming from. I'm going to say that again. A wise person will discern the wisdom when they hear it, no matter from whom it comes from. If I was so high strung and didn't listen to somebody because of where they were in life or the transgressions or the shortcomings they had, I probably wouldn't be here today to even talk to y'all in this moment. Like when I was outside hustling and selling crack and everything else, a lot of people shunned like the winos and the crackheads, like really having conversations with them. I would talk to them. While I'm standing up, I would talk to them. You'd learn some things. Some of those things that I learned kept me around. Some of those things kept me out of jail. Some of those things kept me alive. But if I was so high strung and I knew everything and who are you? Look at you. Look at where you at in life. What am I listening to you for? Where would that have gotten me? Probably in a jail cell or grave. I'm just saying. You can take from that what you want. You ain't got to listen to old Big Phil. Big Phil is just old Big Phil. Big Phil don't know nothing. But here I am about to be 51. I know something. You hear me? Been through more than a lot of y'all, most of y'all. And still I rise, like Maya Angelou's, still I rise. And the point being that y'all got to stop being stuck on the speaker as much as y'all are hearing the message that's meant for you to hear. Now, if somebody's just off their rock and they speaking garbage or whatever the case may be, don't entertain that. Don't entertain foolishness. Don't ever do that. But if what they're speaking is resonating as truth to you, then listen to it. Disregard the antics, disregard the other external things about that person, and just hear that moment. Hear that moment. That's a fact established. Good morning. That's a fact. I like that one. We also have to stop judging people from the experience of others. We have to form our own opinions of others. That's so spot on, Sarah Lynn. I've never been one to put the cast judgment on somebody because of how somebody else felt about them. Same way with me. I always tell people, I tell people don't judge me by somebody else's experience or with me. Because I always say this, to some I've been a teddy bear, to some I've been a grizzly bear. Just hone into the relationship, friendship, the bond, the association that you might have with me. Because the way I treat you might not be the way I treat somebody else. Somebody else might have did something wrong and warranted a different side of Phil. Whereas with you, we're on a good place and space and whatever. There's some people that know me that only know certain aspects of me, whether it be the laughing, joking Phil, whether it be the, once upon a time, the Romeo Phil, or whatever the case may be, whether it be the smart Phil or whatever the case may be. And then there's others that might know the other side of Phil, the street side Phil, the outside Phil, the this, that, and the third. Some know a combination of both. But I say all that to say, to kind of go along with what Sarah Lynn was saying, you cannot judge a book by its cover, and you cannot also judge a book by somebody else's emotions, feelings, or thoughts on somebody, because their thoughts, their perception of somebody can be tainted by emotion, can be tainted by prejudice, can be tainted by disdain. It could be tainted by a bad experience. Now, certain bad experiences you can kind of taking noted, so that you can watch out to make sure that the person doesn't do it to you. But because they did something or had a disagreement with somebody doesn't mean that they're going to be that way with you. And sometimes you can forego a good person, or you can block your blessings or block the relationship or the network with somebody because you allowed somebody else to manipulate and or steer your thoughts on somebody that you don't even know yet, or whatever the case may be. Excuse me. Before I go into this next part, right? Before I go into this next part about selling out for clout, embarrassing yourself for a like, for a view, for a perception. I want to share something with y'all, right? Because there's a lot of people that run their mouth and they talk that talk. But what are they doing? What are they really doing with their life? In this next clip, I had to change the music. I had to change the music because it would flag it here on YouTube, whatever the case may be. But it's a reel that I shared on IG, or whatever the case may be. But I want to leave this with people, right? And I'm not too braggadocio when it comes to certain things, but I want to leave this for people, right, who think they're doing something, but they're doing it all with this. I want to leave this for people that always doubt Big Phil. I want to leave this with people that that count me out, that think I'm less than, that think that I'm soft, weak, that I'm not about it. I want to leave this with you all and understand what I say I'm gonna do, I do. And 2024 for me begins now. Huh?
Who is he giving the realest heat on these internet streets? It's Big Phil speaks. Who is he giving the realest heat on these internet streets? It's Big Phil speaks. Who is he giving the realest heat on these internet streets? It's Big Phil speaks. Who is he giving the realest heat on these internet streets? It's Big.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Big Phil speaks. If I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you as a person, it'd be this gentleman right here. Me, you feel me? The tap in with Big Phil speaks coming soon, along with a lot of other good things for 2024. You underdig me? You feel me?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I pop my collar here and there. I do. But, you know, I'm generally a humble person. And I let other people think that when y'all don't see me, when I'm not in lives and I'm not camming up, or I'm not, hosting a live or something, that I must be slipping, that I must be sleeping, that I must be bullshitting out here, that Phil just be talking the talk and he ain't really. I'm working on me as a person. I'm working on my businesses and I'm working on my brands every day. Every day, whether you see it or not. And most things you won't see it until I'm ready for you to see it. And that's purposeful why I do that, because a lot of times people put their mouths, their bad energy, their negative thoughts on your blessings. And sometimes it's your fault that things go awry or things change, because when people put their mouth on your business, words have power. Just the same way as you speaking life over yourself, somebody can keep speaking life or death over you, over your blessings, over your opportunities, over your businesses, over your job. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's good to just show people better than I can tell them. You hear me? His name is Phil P to the HILZ. Notorious, something light. I'm just letting people know. Oh, thank you, Prozamal Khan. I'm just letting people know. Thank you, Established. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Anything that y'all like, love, or even envy or jealous or hate about me is only going to increase. It's only going to increase. What God has for me is for me. Forget what they got for this nigga. Forget what they got for this girl, this woman. What God got for me is for me. And can't nobody stop that or change that but me. And for 2024, it's already entered the door for me. Y'all waiting for January 1st. I'm not. Y'all waiting for January 1st. I'm not. Let that stand as an example for you in your life, for the things that you want to do. Don't wait till the 1st of January to make a resolution. Don't wait for January 1st to put some things in action. Don't wait till January 1st to make to work on being a better person. Don't wait till January 1st to make your mark on this world. Don't do it. Thank you to Berg. I appreciate that. Look, J-Man's on peace movers into the chat. I'm just saying, listen, there's a lot of people that talk, and they got the swindle, they got the lie, they got the, present all kinds of bullshittery of themselves and of others to make themselves seem bigger than or larger than life, or that they're doing something instead of actually doing something. Instead of actually doing something, which brings me to my next point. That's it right there. Don't wait. It's definitely today's message. 2024 begins now. Bigger, better, greater. Let that part right there. That's a fact, Berg. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, so speak into the atmosphere. And I speak nothing but great things for all of y'all, but it's up to y'all to want to make it manifest. You hear me? That's right, pros and my con. Have conviction in yourself. That's it, pretty passion fruit. Don't wait till January 1st to move on, grow up, focus on your goals, and be about something other than mess and more mess. Keisha Hall can have herself a ball if her assets are in order. I see you in the building. Y'all come on over to the YouTube. I'm closing this down. You hear me? There we go. Grow your grown ass up, you big ass kid. Listen. That part. Thank you, Dana Mac. Hey, Dana Mac. Good morning to you. Low kisses. I see you. Look, this is the thing, right? Last few days, matter of fact, this whole year, I ain't even going to go beyond this year. But this year, I've seen a lot of things. A lot of people willing to embarrass themselves, sell out. They sell a soul, sell out and compromise the integrity of them as a person, male and female, to get a like, to get clout, to get seen, to get heard. I was involved with a couple of things myself, whatever the case may be. So I'm never trying to make myself holier thou or bigger than thou. But I've seen people go to super lows. And I'm not talking about in the things that they say, but more so in the things that they do or have done to plummet their worth to the depths beyond hell for a like, for a view, to be noticed, to be seen, to be the vessel or the image of fake adoration. I know what it say. I've seen people's whole persona just crumble and just disintegrate. I've seen women that say they want to better themselves, cheapen themselves to utter nothingness. I've seen dudes that say they want the best things in life, say they want better for themselves, and that they that they're going to make the most out of their situations. I've seen them dwindle. I've seen them just fumble the ball. I've seen them make asses out of themselves. I've seen them disintegrate into utter chaos. I've seen them disintegrate into a mental case. Say, Sugar Mama, good morning to ye. I've noticed people want so much to be loved and have attention that they will show you their world the way that they want you to see it, as opposed to them showing you their world and allowing you to admire them for them, flaws and all. I've watched just more recently. I got blamed. I got blamed for somebody's bad decisions as a grown-ass man on a date that really wasn't a date. Play themselves in it, instead of taking accountability for their actions and missteps. Want to blindly cast the blame. Want to blindly cast the blame instead of looking in the mirror. Sabrina, what you talking? I'm not doing nothing. Make an utter fool out of themselves in regard to the date that we're on, and then subsequently after the date acted out because of how they were processing the things that happened in the date, started acting out and almost actually got I guess punched on and some other things or whatever the case may be. I watched the woman, right? I watched the woman who said that she stands for the integrity, stands for women's rights, stands for the betterment of women, stands above the effery that exists all throughout the internet. But I watched that same person to disregard, push aside her values, her so-called morals, to gain clout, to gain more attention for the show that she puts on with somebody else, which in essence cheapened her brand, which in essence made her look more foolish than anything else. Made her look more foolish than some of the people that she calls foolish that have been a part of a platform that she was so longing to get attention from. Some things you got to make sense. It was my fault. No, it wasn't. I watched another woman put on the most amazing facade in the world for everybody to see and paint herself figuratively and literally to hide the real things going on under the makeup, the real things going on not in plain sight. Who talk about better but practices the worst, if that makes sense. Talks about better but practices the worst. I've seen an individual, a man. I've seen a man who claimed that he put his family first over everything, but yet would risk losing it all for a harlot, who would risk losing it all for Jezebel. or two. Who on the outside with a lot of braggadocio and a lot of rah 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 rough fluff, talking about how much he loved his family and things, but it involved himself in very salacious activities that are visible to the eye, so that the people that he loves can witness those things and then wonder why his life was in a disarray. All for clout. All for clout. All in the name of entertainment. All to get a like and a view from you. I've watched this all fall short though a time or two. So listen, I watched this all fall short. I watched myself fall short too. I take accountability on how I've fallen short. I watch people step away from things only to go back to things. I watch people let things go only to pick them up or get re-involved with them. I watch people talk out of this side of their mouth only to turn around and talk out of this side of their mouth or face. All in the name of clout. And the craziest part about it all, most of the clout that they received was not only temporary. The clout was negative clout for the most part. The clout was degrading clout. And y'all can guess who the people that I'm talking about, but that's just these are small examples of what's going on, period. It's too early to be trying to figure out that part right there, Tinky. Aha. I've watched people run from abuse to I've watched people run away from abuse only to run full circle right back into abuse. I've watched people run from abuse only to run around in a circle, almost like chasing their tail, to run right back into abuse. I watch people walk away from disrespect only to chase their tail to run right back into disrespect. I've watched and listened to people tell you these stories about the things that they have and the life that they're living and all the trappings and who they think they are and all these things, only for their world to come crashing when the reality of how they really live and who they really are has somehow come to light, whether it's been exposed, whether it was by accident, whatever the case may be, by their real true reality being shown before your eyes. All for clout, though. All for clout. Instead of authentically showing you who they are, flaws and all, and allowing you to decide, I can deal with that. I rock with them. I don't deal with that. I don't mess with that. We live in a world where perception is everything. And some people want to be perceived. Not even perceived in a certain way. They want to be perceived, period. That they're willing to sell their soul. They're willing to embarrass the hell out of themselves for clout. I watched a young lady crash her car on a live for clout. I watched a woman who claimed that she was trying to get closer to God. Just bare herself, so to speak, on live. I watched a young man or a man that wants to do better, that says that they want better, turn down better. I watched a man that claimed they wanted more out of life, not grab hold of more out of life. I watched the consumers. I watched the consumers play both sides of the table, or both sides of a situation. And I've also watched some of the consumers make up sceneries or make sceneries up in their mind, and they start to type it out in the comments and believe the things that they're typing at times. So I always talk about what I've done. I've always talked about what I've done. But the point of it all is, I'm not returning to the things that I'm walking away from. The point of it all is my 2024 begins now. This is the point that y'all missing in everything I'm saying. Phil, why you not discussing what you done did? Because my transgressions or my shortcomings or my slippages have been public, and I've taken accountability for all of them. And the point is, you don't see me running back to nothing. A person, a place, or a thing. And I'm not waiting to 2024 to say I'm getting it right. I'm not saying I'm waiting to 2024 to make the changes that I need to change in my life. 2024 begins now. That's the point of it all. And if by chance there is some clout to be gained for me, I pray that it's positive clout. I pray that it's edifying clout. I pray that it's clout that's befitting me, that I deserve. I don't want no foolish clout. I don't want no negative clout. I don't want no clout that's going to cheapen me as a person, as a man, as a father, as a husband one day, as a content creator, as a messenger, whatever the case may be. I pray that whatever clout that's deemed worthy of me will touch somebody where they need to be touched in some way, shape, or form, whether it be in the form of laughter, whether it be in the form of insight, whether it be in the form of knowledge, whether it be in the form of whatever. But I just want it to be of purpose and of positivity. No, and I don't, I'm not shitting on anybody that gets it some other ways. But what I am saying is what I'm doing is giving you my observations. My observations. I'm not going off what somebody that told me. Somebody ain't even been in my ear. Somebody ain't DM me. I'm telling you, I've been talking about my observations of things that I've witnessed throughout this year. I'm not even talking about 2022, 21, 20, none of that. I'm talking about all in 2023. The things that I've witnessed up until last night, actually. And the year is not even over. But what I am saying yet again, my 2024 starts now. How about you? Will your 2024 begin today? Or will you wait till the 1st of January to make some BS resolution that you may or may not intend to uphold, or that you may or may not last beyond 15 to 30 days into 2024? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Whatever the case. I say all this to say, listen, everybody has a path to take in life. Everybody has a destiny preordained and a destiny that they create for themselves, which are two separate, different things. And we all got to walk this path somehow, some way. The way in which we choose to go on this path or on this journey is up to us. I want y'all to make the best choices out of life as best as possible. But my wanting that for you means nothing if you don't want it for yourself. Wavy Crockett, salute. I think y'all got it wrong about Jazz. But we'll see. I think that the allure of fame, the allure of money, the allure of attention, the allure of clout, the allure of celebrityism have a lot of people out here acting a whole ass of themselves and cheapening themselves and moving in such a way that they don't know their worth. Look at a lot of the big name celebrities that are going through garbage now. Puffy and different others. Sometimes the allure of being something or somebody will have you to change either the person you was or magnify the misdeeds or the negative aspects of the person that you really are. Clout babies. My thing is this, right? I've watched a lot of people that got talent. I've watched other people that ain't got no talent. I've watched people that say they believe in themselves, but don't actually believe in themselves. And you can see it by the way that they carry themselves, the things that they do, the things that they don't do, the things that they say, and the things that they don't say. I've watched people believe that their success or their greatness lies in somebody else, not within themselves, to be manifested from within. I've seen a lot of mental illness in varying forms, showing its face, rearing its head, so to speak. I've seen mental illness being manipulated. I've seen mental illness being celebrated. I've seen mental illness being highlighted for personal gain. I've seen people that recognize their mental illness, but won't take the steps to either speak to somebody, get the medicine or the treatment that they might need. I've seen people that are until this day are still lost in their own bullshittery when it comes to what's right and what's wrong to do, what's proper and what's improper to do, what's moral and what's immoral to do. And it's disheartening. It's disheartening because it's like, man, when do you get enough? When do you have enough? When do you say enough is enough? When do you want more? When do you want better? When do you look at yourself in the mirror and really see yourself and say, okay, this is not who I'm meant to be, or this is the person that I am. Let me chisel out or remove the things from my life that shouldn't be there. When do you say enough is enough of the bullshittery? And I'm not coming from a place that's holier than thou. And I'm not saying don't be involved with this or don't be involved with that. I've always been one to say balance it all out. And at a time we all have got off kilter, off balance. We've all dealt with, done things, said things, been involved with things, involved with people, attached to people that was off balance to what our life is supposed to be like. And a whole person deals with everything, but they know how to put things in slots and deal with them accordingly. Some people are just lost and don't know what to do or how to do what to do, or hell, they don't even realize that they lost. And it's a sad thing. Hell no, Tinky. You made me lose my train of thought with that one. That's why I'm proud to say I listen to my intuition. I just be knowing a person, and that's it. Sometimes, and that's the thing, we hard-headed. As people, we hard-headed. Sometimes we get that discernment or that gut feeling, and we look right past it. Whether it be an opportunity, whether it be a person, whether it be a place, a thing. Oh, I ain't worried about that. I'll be all right. I can tell you from my life, I loved at the time living on the razor's edge. I love walking along the razor's edge. Stupid as that sounds, I did that. What's T? Did something happen to warrant this? Just watching everything. What's T? This is not a personal attack on anything or anybody. I'm just saying throughout 2023, I've noticed a lot of things from a lot of people. Hell, I've noticed things of myself, and I've worked and am working to correct those things, to change those things. Who am I to tell you to walk upright and I'm walking sideways, or I'm walking laying on my back, or I'm not even walking at all? Who am I? So I first address me. I address myself on a daily basis. And I'm human. I fall short. But that's why y'all don't see me doing certain things no more. That's why y'all don't see me reacting certain ways that I used to react before. Little by little, it's steps. But hopefully if you don't have blinders on your eyes, or you ain't blind, that you can see that Big Phil has been working, moving, making choices and changes to do something different. That's the point I'm making. Everybody else need to fall in line with that. Not in my line, but fall in their own line. Keenan, that's just one aspect. That's one aspect. I mentioned that for a second. I said I watched the individual who had a date that blamed me and blamed others for the shortcomings or his so-called date going wrong. Instead of looking in the mirror and assessing what he might have did right or wrong in the situation. But, shout out to him. It's no animosity. Ain't no animosity. I'm just saying, sometimes I use that as an example as well as others. Sometimes we gotta look in the mirror. We gotta look at ourselves and say, listen, Big Phil, what you doing? Big Phil, you know better. Big Phil, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you indulging? Why are you entertaining? Big Phil, why are you dealing with this person? Big Phil, why you let this person get under your skin? Big Phil. The thing is, we all got to take accountability for the things that we do, for our shortcomings. We all got to assess our own situations and then plan and implement change and doing things differently or better, if that's what we want. Now, if you want the same old humdrum bullshittery, have at it. Your life is your life. Your will is your way. You hear me? Some of them, that's a fact. But see, that's part of the mental illness of it all established. Some of them are addicted to the toxicity. They thrive off of it. Vino, to each his own. That's the thing, it's to each his own, but at the same time, have some balance. Have some balance. If you're gonna entertain, like a horror movie. If you're gonna watch a horror movie, watch a comedy. If you're gonna watch a comedy movie, watch a drama. If you're gonna watch a drama, watch a thriller. If you're gonna watch a thriller, watch an action movie. If you're gonna watch an action movie, watch a documentary. Have some balance. On these internet streets, just give yourself some balance. If you're gonna watch the foolery or the cut up activities or toxicity, cool. But also watch something positive. Intake something knowledgeable. Follow somebody that is for the betterment of people, or helping you to be a better person. Put it all in perspective and have balance. That's the point of it all. And more importantly, stop being willing to just totally embarrass yourself in the name of clout. Make it make sense. If you're gonna do shenanigans, bullshittery, memes, pranks, whatever the case may be, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Don't just make an ass of yourself just to make an ass of yourself. Allow those antics or things to have a means to justify the end, or end to justify the means, rather. All for a payout of clout and $5. I like that one. Nay, I like that one. Who cares? Let them live. All these people are under 50 years old. Under 50, both are in their 30s. But see, that's the problem. That's the problem, CD. That's the problem. That mentality is why our streets look like the way they look. That mentality is why our community is jacked up the way that it is. That mentality is why we're inundated with the things that we're inundated on a daily basis. And our youngins, our youth, that are still highly impressionable, are living the way that they live. If I do something wrong, hold me accountable. If you do something wrong, I should be able to hold you accountable. More so if we have a relationship or a friendship or whatever, or we're related. But 30 people that are in their 30s are not juvenile. People that are in their 30s are not juveniles. They are not adolescents. They are not children. They are not kids. So they are at the point in their lives that the things that they do, when publicly displayed, are up for scrutiny, especially if they aspire to be content creators, hosts, entertainers, singers, rappers, ball players, you name it. Their life is up for scrutiny. The things that I do, the things that y'all see of me are up for scrutiny. Your opinions of me, whether I receive them or I allow them to be of an effect to my life, it's because I'm in your face. I present myself to you. It comes with the territory. So if people think that you should let people be and not have no opinion of people being who they are or who they want to be, whether knowingly or unknowingly, then are you doing yourself a disservice? Especially if you how can I say, get pulled into their mess. Especially if you get pulled into their mess, entranced by the imagery that they present. That you start to believe the hype. A lot of people look at it like, Phil, you shouldn't judge. You shouldn't judge, right? The only judging we are, and I say this all the time, the only judging we are meant to do or not meant to do is judging somebody to heaven or hell, because we ain't got neither to put nobody in. But we are to judge people by the fruits that they bear. It says, there's a scripture that says, judge a tree by its fruit. Judge a tree by its fruit. That means by the things that you present, the persona that you give out, the visual aspects of your life that are given out where people can see them, they are to judge you in a certain way. But then there's another scripture that says, judge not lest ye be judged. But aren't we all judged in some capacity? Aren't we all judged in some capacity? Last night, Sugar wanted to Joan and all that, right? Because I wouldn't cam up. Y'all judged that, right? Y'all judged one that I wouldn't cam up. Two, y'all judged. Y'all said, oh, she bodied y'all. She bodied you. She did this and the third. How she bodied somebody that's not fighting with them? How she bodied somebody that's not sparring with her in the same capacity? But I get it. I get it because it's public. So it's something that can be judged. And listen, the things that I'm saying are not meant to manipulate, control, or steer somebody out of their BS, because that's up to the person. That's up to the person. Everybody that I'm speaking of is grown. Some growner than others, some not mentally grown, but grown in age, and has their life to live and has a choice to do whatever it is they want in life, one way or the other. It's up to them. I'm giving you my perception. I'm giving you from what I witnessed. I'm giving you from my experience of what I've seen for 2023. And I'm doing so to say my 2024 begins now. What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? My 2024 begins here in December 2023. Actually started before December. I'm just verbally, physically, and visibly saying something today, December 6th. But I've been making the changes subtly and slowly for a minute now. If y'all been paying attention, you'll get that the field's been changing a little bit, little by little bit. Not changing, trying to be something other than what I am, but just working on the parts or the fallacies or the flaws in me, but also working on showcasing the better attributes and the better things about Big Phil. And that's not to say that because I'm doing that everybody else is going to do that. No, everybody learns differently. Everybody moves differently. Everybody lives differently. But in doing so, can't nobody catch feelings if you present yourself publicly for public scrutiny, period. I'm not speaking about nobody that lives a private life. I'm not speaking to nobody that ain't been on these internet streets. I'm not speaking to nobody. It's something that this behind closed doors. I'm speaking about all the things. The examples that I've given have all been played out on these screens. And if y'all acting like y'all haven't formed a judgment about certain things, or y'all haven't formed an opinion about certain things, or y'all haven't witnessed certain things, or felt the way at a time about this, that, and the third, or even me, you're lying to yourself. You ain't lying to me. You lying to yourself. Bad Wilson, that TKBS was interested last night. That's a fact. That's a fact. Keenan, that's the problem. This ain't a new year, new me thing. Because if it was, I'd wait till 2024, January 1st, to make these implementations. But it's that negative mindset that keep people stuck in stupid shit. If you want better, you do better. If you want to change, then you change. You want to do more, you do more. You want to know more, you learn more. So it's not a new year, new me. I'm letting you know 2024 begins now, or has already begun for me. And it's symbolic. It's symbolic. I'm not waiting till January 1st to put in no resolution. Matter of fact, I'm not even giving a resolution at all. I'm putting the things in place. I'm doing the things that I need to do. I'm implementing what I need to implement. To where I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. I can talk all day till I'm blue in the face, till my throat is dry as hell. Pause. But I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. I was hoping for a helmet part 2 or established. To be honest, I started to go at all their ass. I started to do one for all of them, from the bottom to the top. But after a while, I was like, nah, I'm not. Because at some point, you got to say, if you off that, you off it. You get what I'm saying? And I did it all in fun anyway. Wasn't no malice. But at the same time, it's like, okay. I did that one video, and look how she acted. She's still on it. Still on it. It just shows that I can be impactful when I need to be. That's all that means. What's supposed to be fun, Keenan? This is a morning show. This morning show is full of fun, information, insight. It's a plethora of things. Nobody told you that the morning show was all shits and giggles. Nobody told you that. There's a time and place to laugh. There's a time and place to think. There's a time and place to soak up and absorb information. The morning show is about trending topics, breaking news, insightful information, laughs and shits and giggles, and a few other things. But, you talking about the internet? Same thing, Keenan, same thing. The internet ain't just for shits and giggles. So let me ask you this. So you saying, Keenan, you don't go to the internet to find out the weather. You don't go to the internet to find breaking news. You don't go to the internet to find out things, to find out information. Everything you find out on the internet ain't fun. Everything you see ain't fun. If you go check the weather and the weather ain't what you wanted it to be, that's not fun, right? But it is what it is. It is what it is, right? Come on now. A light-skinned steak. Whatever. Take it. That's it right there. That right there. That showed how much I won right there, because she's still going about that one video. And guess what? On some Good Morning Gang shows, there will be more laughs. There will be more fun. But in others, it might be a little bit more serious. But guess what? Every day is going to be something different. And that's the point. That's the point. What the hell is this? That's the point of it all. That's the point of it all. Your life every day should be something different. If it's fun this day and that day, you can't be fun about everything. You got to be serious about some things. You can't be so stiff and cut and dry about everything. You have to have some wiggle room, have fun. But again, it's all about balance. All about balance. Notorious, that's my goal and that's my drive. That's my goal and that's my drive. What other people do is what other people do. I can only do what I do and not do what I don't want to do. The point of it all is, should somebody sell their soul, or should somebody just utterly just embarrass themselves constantly for your pleasure, irregardless of saying the word, regardless of how it makes them look, regardless of how it cheapens their self-worth, regardless of the depths in which they go into presenting these things to and for you. Should people continue to do that? And I'm not just talking about just regular fun. I'm not talking about just regular joning and roasting and jokes. I'm talking about some of the lowly things that we witness. Some of the very lowly things that we witness. Established, probably eventually. Man, my nose is bothering me. If you don't care, CD, then go somewhere else. If you don't care, go somewhere else. Or if you talk about you don't care how people act, I'm sorry. If you say you don't care how people act, then what does that say about you as a human? Because you should care. You should care one way or the other. You should care. Thank you, pros and my cons. For people to say they don't care how other people act, that they interact with on a daily basis, or that they entertain on a daily basis, or that they see. Because think about it, a lot of y'all don't know none of us worth a hole in the wall. However, some of y'all find camaraderie. Some of y'all find a closeness. Some of y'all find a kindred spirit. Some of y'all find a familiarity in some of us or whatever, right? So if any of those things exist, how can you say you don't care what we do? How can you say that you don't care what we do? Because if you find a familiarity, if you find a camaraderie, if you find a kindred spirit in any of the people that you come across on these internet streets on a daily basis, I ain't talking about somebody who you just see they clip once or every blue moon, but people that you've entertained, watched, or whatever the case may be over a period of time. If you say that you found a bond in these people, how can you say you don't care about what they do? How? We don't care how people act. Don't fight me. I'm not fighting you, CD. I'm not fighting you. I'm just saying. Think about what I just said. If you have a bond, if you found a bond, okay, CD. You in here watching the morning show. I'm gonna use me as an example. If you found some kind of kindred spirit in me, if you found some kind of bond, or you like certain things about me, or whatever the case may be, maybe I remind you of a family member, a lover, a friend, or somebody you grew up with, whatever the case may be. How could you say you don't care about what I do? How could you say about how you don't care about how I present myself? The things that I talk about, how I act, the antics. If I look stupid, if I look smart, if I'm looking like I'm going through something like life altering, or if I'm making an ass of myself, how can you say you don't care? How can people got to be real with themselves? That's all I'm saying. People have to definitely be real. Yes, Phil, I'm your annoying little sister. Shut the figure up. Say no. I'm just saying, people acting like, yeah, nah, let people be who they are and feel what they do don't matter. It should matter. If you found some kind of bond in people, whether it's virtual, whether it's real, some kind of real camaraderie or some kind of kindred spiritness, or somebody reminds you of something, the human nature in you should care about what they do. Now, the totality of you might be like, well, they grown, they their own person, they can do what they want to do. That's true too. But just because somebody can do what they want to do and you know that, don't mean that it don't bother or affect you either way. Think about when people go at each other. Think about when people go at each other, right? Or online, and they be joning or roasting. When somebody takes a joke too low or says something out of the way, that impacts or affects you too. It impacts or affects you too, because you have a response for it. You might be like, oh, nah, that ain't right. Oh, why you say that? Oh no, don't do that. Don't be that way. Nah, Phil, nah, this one, nah, that one. Don't say that. Oh, you dead wrong. You shouldn't say this about somebody so-and-so. But if you don't care about that person and what they do, why should it matter what they say? Why should it matter how low they go? Why should it matter whose family member they talk about? Why should it matter if you don't care, right? Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Phil, do you or did you consider these people friends? Do you feel like you truly know who they are, knowing so when a person is? Of course, Keyshawn. No, I'm not being how can I say it? I'm not specifically talking about a person as far as you being friends, but somebody was saying that they don't care about what goes on. They don't care about the things people do. This should be fun. It's the internet. And what I'm saying is, if you watch somebody for a good while and you've found a kindred spirit or something about them resonates with you to where you want to watch them, right? Then things that they do and things that they say should make a difference. They should matter to some degree, because we're human that way. The internet makes not want to know most of Sam Unstoppable, but that's true. And that goes to what I was saying about people cheapening themselves for clout or whatever the case may be. Mo, what's good?
Phil.
What's going on?
What's up, brother? Look,
Everything's everything.
I was listening to you, right?
Sure.
Now, what we gotta realize is you didn't say it was shots, but these are grown people you're talking about.
I
And
did.
what I came to realize, because I used to come around and I didn't like the way certain things was going, so I don't come around no more. I come around here and there. I come to have fun. When it gets too messy, I leave. I don't want no parts of it because that's not what I'm into.
Got you.
But content is one thing, but a person is only going to allow, you can only do to people what they allow. And a lot of content creators, that's their aim. If you're going to allow me to do it, I'm going to do it because it creates content. So you can't knock the creators. You can't knock the creators. It's just like the bad girl club. Okay, Jocelyn. You go on Jocelyn, she calling every girl bitches, hoes, this and that, but they love the attention they get. And so we can't knock Jocelyn. That's who Jocelyn is. But it's the women that put themselves in that space because they want to be on Jocelyn's show. So we can't knock Jocelyn.
No.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Hold
So
on. Let me finish. Let me land the plane. So even the people that you've grown close to, they know the toxic content and environment that's why they always run back, because this is what they love. This is what they know. No matter who want to put God's hands on them, no matter who want to pray for them, this is all they know, and this is what they're going to run back to. It's just like abuse. Abused person want to get help, they're going to get help, and they're going to stay away from the abuse. If they sort of kind of like that abuse, they're going to keep running back to it. So it's not up to me nor you to sit there and tell them what they're doing wrong with their life. And I think that's what the person in the comment was trying to tell you. Whatever they want to do, let them do. Like you say, have at it. You want to make a fool of yourself? Make a fool of yourself. You're a grown man and woman. You understand? I can care only as much as you care about yourself. You're not God. You're not a pastor. You're not a doctor that can heal them. At the end of the day, you just gotta let them be who the hell they are. Because everybody go back to what they like. Everybody.
so
Everybody go back to what they like, brother. If I don't like something, I don't go back to it at all because I'm an adult. I know better. If I feel like I got violated, or if I feel like it was too much for me, I don't revisit it. These
so
grown
so
people, if they like it, they go back, bro. You can't sit up here and feel, sorry for them.
so I don't. But so let's visit that. There's not one
Yeah.
instance, there's not one instance, there's not one situation, there's not one thing or another that Mo has watched, seen, or and have cammed up and put his opinion or his thoughts on it because either one you found a kindred spirit in a certain person or a thing, or it rubs you the wrong way and you just felt like you needed to say something about it.
Now, this is what I did wrong.
Huh?
I minded. I said, this is what I did wrong when I did attend them things, and I did cam up, and that's why I don't do it no more. And I did voice my opinion. I minded grown people business. They're not
Mo,
children.
Mo,
Yo, bro, I did. Yo, Phil, I'm gonna keep it
you
real
still
with you.
do it. What do you mean?
I do it. No, I do it. What I do now, y'all notice that's how y'all call me Messy Mo. I learned that it's messy, so I come up there and make it messier. I don't come
No,
up there
I ain't
the
talking about
righteous
that.
conscious. Hold on. I don't come up there the righteous conscious Mo that I am in real life. I come on the internet as the troll Mo now because this is all they know. So if you're
I'm
having
not
a deep conversation, Phil, and a deep topic, yes, I'm gonna get into it deep. But if they trolling and they clowning each other and they doing this and doing that, I'm gonna come up and make it messier because I know this is what they like.
no, but what I'm saying is and I made this statement. I said none of these things that I'm saying is meant to manipulate, control, or change people from what they want to be or who they want to be. I did say that. But what I am is forming an opinion. What I am is forming a judgment, not out of things that were in the dark or things that I'm speculating on, but things that I've watched,
Uh-huh.
things that either were a part of, or things that I, experienced.
You said
And
not is not that?
say that again. I said that
Well,
I said they were not
you
meant to. That the things that I'm saying are not meant to manipulate, control, or change people from being who they want to be, because that's up to that
uh-huh.
person, basically. I said, but what I am is speaking on things that I've experienced, seen, or whatever the case may be, that people have publicly done. Which, when you do things publicly, you leave the door open for public scrutiny or public praise, depending on what it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
The thing of it is in 2023, and I said I'm not even going further back. I've watched different people really embarrass themselves for clout. I've watched
Yeah,
people
but you could
sell out for clout. Hold
you
on. And I even said, including myself, a time or two. I said with me, I've been taking steps to make the changes that I need to make. Now, I can't make nobody else do nothing they want to do. They are grown, but they are not to be coddled like they're adolescents or juveniles either. And if they do things openly on the internet, the same way I get critiqued and complaints, get complaints and critiques for my shortcomings or things that they don't like about things I say or how I'm running this or that and the third, everybody else is up for that too. And I'm not
yeah, but
doing it.
this
Go ahead.
but what I'm saying though, you missed the point. The whole point is your content and other people's content may not be alike. And that's why I said I had to learn to mind my business.
I'm
Because
not.
certain content, wait, let me finish. Certain content I don't like, I used to involve myself, which it wasn't my business. Because even the people that I used to involve myself, they love that happening to them. So I looked at like a fool sitting up there saying, yo, you shouldn't do this to her. You shouldn't call her that when she enjoyed being called this and that. So I
Oh,
looked at like a fool.
yeah, I'm not speaking to, like, say, the content creator for a platform or whatever. I'm speaking to the individual. Um,
Yeah, but the individual, that's contradicting because the individual don't do nothing. If they don't do nothing, the content creator don't create.
That's not
They,
true.
they, they, they yeah, a lot of them don't. Listen, a lot of creators create the environment for the people to react in that environment. And you know that, Phil. Like, you create an environment where people can come in and talk positive and talk about daily real life. That's
But
what you created for your content.
that's true. But how many times does somebody come up here or in the comments and say something contrary just because that's what they wanted to do?
Yeah,
The
because you
thing
know why? They know where you came from. They don't know Phil speaks.
you
They know
missing the point.
Phil.
No, you missing the point, man.
Nah, brother. If
What
somebody
I'm
come up
saying is
here,
no matter no matter what my platform is, no matter what somebody else's platform is, life is about choices. What we choose to do or what we choose to allow or what we choose to be a part of, that's on the individual. That's not on the person that has a
yo, Phil,
platform.
David Banner has a platform, right?
You said who?
You know the rapper? David Banner, the rapper.
Sure.
Straight positive, straight, and everybody know him for being positive. You go to this platform, you don't see no hecklers, you don't see nobody camming up, cursing them out. You don't because they don't know him from that. They know you from entertaining
You
that certain
missed the
content.
point.
So they're gonna
You
come
missed the
back to
point.
your page.
You still missed the point. You missed the
So
point.
what's the
I get that. The point I'm making is no matter what my this situation is and what somebody else's platform is about, the actions and activities of the people involved are of their own discretion. They choose to be
yes.
involved. They choose to show you these things. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Big Phil Speaks, the channel, the page, the Good Morning Gang. I'm not talking about a network, this, that, and the third. I'm talking about the individuals that are cheapening themselves in some way, some shape, or form in order to get clout. That's what I'm saying. You can't fault nobody. Hold
Yeah, but you know Cloud,
on. I'm
you
about to
know
land the
Cloud
plane.
is
You can't fault somebody. You
uh-huh.
can't fault somebody for putting together a system or whatever to garner certain type of entertainment. You cannot fault nobody for that because if you
Of
want to be
course.
involved, you want to be involved. But what you can,
Facts.
but as a personal person, it is up to you whether what you allow or don't allow. And if you're doing something in the public, if I do something in the public, Mo, how can I get mad at you for having an opinion about what I do?
That's the whole point. The whole point of what the young lady or the young man was saying. I don't care what they do, they grown, and you was knocking his point. So you're contradicting what you said to that young man, a young
No,
lady in
I'm
the
not.
car.
No, I'm
Yes, you
not.
are, Phil.
No, I'm
Because
not.
you
What I'm saying,
cannot, you can't judge. You can only give your opinion, but you can't be mad at somebody that goes back to toxicity or
I'm
somebody
not
that goes
mad.
back on a roller coaster after it made them dizzy. You
I'm
understand?
not.
They're putting themselves in that line of fire.
I'm not mad though. That's the thing. I am giving my opinion. I am giving a judgment because you are to judge a tree by
Okay,
its fruit. You are to judge a tree by its
okay,
fruit. And
okay.
if you constantly watch somebody over a period of time, some people resonate with certain people. Whether the person reminds them of somebody in their life, whether it's certain parts of their persona or character that they like or dislike, or whatever the case may be, something about them will draw a person closer to them. Now, with that being said, if you draw closer to somebody, whether it's virtually or in the real world, you cannot honestly say that you don't care nothing about what it is they do or don't do, because it
No,
affects you.
you can't. You're
It
right.
will affect.
It can't. You can't care. But if I tell you guns kill, and you still want to carry your gun, I care
That's your
for you. I
choice.
could just tell you that's your choice to pick up
That
that gun.
is.
I'm not gonna sit there and say, "Well, you embarrassed yourself because you picked up a gun and this and that." Yo, like, yeah, your word, have at it. Enjoy your life.
That's apples and oranges, but at
It's
the
really
same
not
time,
fair.
hold on.
You was up there
Coming
being,
from
yo,
where
you
we
my bro. You was up there being light skinned a minute ago, huh? You
look,
was being light skinned.
using that
You was
same
definitely
analogy you
being light
just
skinned. So
used.
a brown skinned brother,
No.
had to come up here and
Nah,
let you know that
you
you was
got
being
low
light skinned.
caramel. You like a vanilla
Man,
cone with caramel sundae. I mean caramel.
and
But
you
no,
gotta get back because Sugar did you dirty last year.
See, that's the thing. Y'all want to hear what y'all want to hear, but I'm gonna
Yo,
use your
brother.
analogy you just used with the gun thing, right? Coming from where we come from, coming from where we come from, living how we live, we really understand what the gun does. We really understand what damage it can do. If we care about somebody, we're gonna speak to the fact that you might not need to do that, or maybe you need to change. We're not gonna change that person. We're not trying to control what they do. We're just letting them know from our perspective and our experience, the things that we experience, that thing you got in your hand, if not handled properly and not with the right mindset, gonna lead you a couple places. And
But
so
what you
that's my point. It's not.
you're right, but what you did wrong is the individuals that you care about, you should have addressed them instead of coming on YouTube, putting it abroad where it leaves people confused on who you. Because, hold on, let me finish. Because it leaves a door open on who you talking about or what you talking about. What you did is a telephone game. Because now what people gonna do is run back and tell somebody, "Oh yeah, Phil was up there, calling you stupid and crazy." It's gonna be telephone because Phil didn't go direct and let the people know that he care about what he's talking about. You put it abroad. So now you left the door open for people to go and play the telephone game. Now everybody and mother gonna think he was talking. I'm telling you, that's real. That's realistic. Now everybody and mother gonna say Phil did a whole YouTube disrespecting y'all for running back to this or for doing this. He called y'all stupid. The telephone game is gonna be played because Big Phil speaks instead of being direct. He was indirect and he left the floor open for the bullshittery. In your words.
Okay, and I'm open for that. And again,
all
I'm
right,
flawed
that's
too.
all.
Hold on. And I'm flawed too, right? But at the end of the day, it's my choice to do it how I choose to do it, right? Because I'm grown, right?
Okay.
But you as Mo, who have a camaraderie with me, is saying, "Hey, Phil, right?"
That's why I camped up. That was my whole purpose.
That's the point of it all. Because of things that
Yeah,
I've
but
done
I
public.
camped up to tell Phil. Hold on. You can't say that's the point. Because I camped up to address Phil when I see he's doing something. I'm talking to Phil. I'm not talking to adults to leave it open for people to imagine. I'm not doing that.
I get that. But the point, because I didn't name anybody on purpose, even though certain people know who I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. I didn't name people on purpose because I'm only using certain people's instances as examples of a broader issue. And I'm not making it personal. Even though people say, "Oh, Mo, Phil talking about this with that, or he talking about this with that." I'm not making it personal, like where I'm really like spewing hate or something. But what I am doing is showing using examples that a lot of people in the audience have bore witness to, that can understand, so that they can actually visualize what I'm talking about. To say, "Oh, I see what he's saying." So I use.
You know what you did though? You're right. What you did, all you did is took a can of gasoline and sprinkled it around the place.
Nah.
No, you did not. I'm gonna tell you why. Listen, I'm gonna tell you why. Listen, because you're saying, listen, I'm gonna tell you why, and I want you to understand. You took a gasoline, you just sprinkled it, you're just waiting for somebody to come like that. Because a lot of people holding the matches right now. Everybody is waiting for that match. As soon as you finish spilling that gasoline, they're gonna light that torch. Now, when you talk about it, things that people already know, as far as running back to mental illness and running back to this, we already got an idea of what and who and what situations you talking about because you came from that situation. So you can't sit here with the hold on. So you can't say it's not personal when it is personal, brother.
No, it's not.
Word semantics is everything, brother. It's not trickery.
If it was personal, really personal, I'd make it personal. But it's not.
No, you're not. It's like shots, bro. I'm just telling you as a man. It's like taking sneaky shots. You're a sniper, so they can't see me, but I'm a. You understand? It's a sneaky shot.
I always leave my signature. If I'm trying to.
Yeah, but you don't think the people that you're talking about. You don't think the people in the situations you talk about is not going to be aware of that you were sitting there talking about them, but keep saying it's not personal? Okay, so stop saying when you do that, don't say it's not personal when it's personal.
so I stand on everything. I stand on everything that I've said. I
There
stand
we
on
go. Sound much
so
better. Instead of saying it's not personal.
I'm not afraid to address any or whoever. However, the presentation in which I'm doing it is, yes, I'm speaking to certain situations, but I'm doing it in a way that the people who might need further context, like where's Phil going with this? Or what is he? Where is he seeing all this? I'm giving examples of things that they've witnessed in an indirect way, but direct enough so they can say, "Oh, I see what he talking about," or "I seen this here because this person did do that," or
But
"that person
that's
did do
not
this."
personal though,
So that's
Phil. Because if you use, okay, let me use me for an example.
wherever you at
Can you hear
is
me?
hella windy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
No, I had got a phone call. If you just use me as an example, I don't want to use nobody else.
Sure.
I've been shot before, right?
Okay.
You heard me?
Yep.
And if you sit there and say, this is not personal, but Mo been shot before, he shouldn't have been in that spot he got shot at. How that's not personal?
But I didn't mention no names, except maybe in
No,
one
I'm just
instance.
saying, we
But
all
I didn't
know,
mention
we
no
all
names.
think,
I didn't say
we all follow we all follow the same people. We all watch the same platforms. We all came in family to the same content
exactly,
creators.
exactly,
So you can't say
exactly.
we don't know who you're talking about. So you can't
Of
say
course.
it's an oxymoron to sit there and say Phil not talking about nobody
No,
personally.
I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not trying to act like I'm not talk or speaking about a
Okay.
certain individual. But what I'm doing is not making it so personal that I'm putting their name in it. What I'm doing is giving a relatable context to the
So
bigger point that I'm making.
you're giving a real example of something that really happened to somebody, and you want to sit there and say that's not personal?
No, you missing the point. Like, okay, it's
I'm
like
not, brother.
you
I
said,
comprehend
there's a
very
difference.
well, bro.
There's a difference between I know somebody that got shot, you know what I'm saying, a couple times, and you know, and the people might know who I'm talking about. Then me saying, yeah, Mo got his ass shot about 10 times, whatever. There's a difference between that. And the first aspect, they still might know I'm talking about Mo, but when you relate, say my topic is gun violence or people being victims of da 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 da, and then I bring up that one, what you call it, somebody that these people know, they can say, oh, they can relate to what I'm talking about now, as opposed to me not, not having no
Yes,
context.
yes.
There's a
I try
difference
not
between
to.
that, huh?
I try not to. Yes, just be brutally honest. I
Sure,
try not to. I try not to, but I like to be real with people. You understand?
I'm being real too. I'm
When
just
you were
choosing to
saying, no, no,
choosing to
when you were
well,
saying, no, no, let's go back to when you were saying people run back to the disrespect. They run back to the abuse. They run back to this. They run back to that. Let's brutally be honest, and you
sure.
know what platform they came from with that, so we know what you're talking about. So
Hold
you
up
can't say
though.
it's
Hold
not
up, hold up, hold up,
personal.
hold up. Hold up though. You're assuming that the abuse that I'm talking about is from a platform.
No, no, we know who you're
uh,
talking about. We know who you're talking about because the
yeah, I was
business
about to
been
say
put
that was
out there already.
I was about to say that wasn't what I was talking about, but
I know, but you
it's
already know
systematic.
where everything comes from. It all
But
comes from where all of y'all come from.
it's systematic. It's systematic of a bigger issue, of a bigger issue, of a bigger thing that happens. That people are presenting themselves. Look at the internet at a whole. Look at IG. Not even just the whole internet, just IG. Look at how things are presented, how people present themselves, and this, that, and the third, and all these things, or whatever the case may be. In this one little box, we have people that we know that come from one platform or whatever the case may be, and they've showcased certain things about their life or whatever the case may be. These individuals in this box are and through the view of an airplane window in the air of all the people and all the things doing the exact same thing or living the exact same
Okay.
way or presenting things other than what they are. However, these people in the comments may or may not be accustomed or recognize all those multitude of people's doing it, but they have examples in certain individuals that have done certain things that makes the bigger topic more relatable. So that's what it is. It's the difference between me saying this girl's name purposely or saying this dude's name purposely to stir it up, to stir drama. It's the difference
But
between
listen, that's you do Phil. Phil, you doing this shit. You doing it in a light skinned way, brother. Now,
light skin.
I would hold on. I would have respected. Hold on. I would have respected it more. All right. If you don't use the word, this is not personal when it is personal. You understand? I would have respected. Listen, I would have respected it a little more if your topic would have been mental abuse, and you would have said abroad rather than using stuff that we all seen as an example and say it's not personal. Because then you had an open discussion.
What did I use
Yeah.
when I said mental abuse? What did I say when I said
Yeah.
mental abuse
Yeah.
that made it personal?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Yeah. Did you listen
What
to
did I say?
yourself? Or did you not?
No,
Phil,
give me an
should I look in
example.
the camera?
What
I'm
did I
driving.
say?
Phil, did you listen to yourself or did you
I
not?
did. I know everything I said, whether I purposely said it this
Okay,
way or
so
not. What
I
did
can't
I
see the
say?
comments, but I'm gonna ask the comments a question. By a raise of a hand, how many of y'all knew who exactly and when everything he spoke he was talking about? And Phil, be honest and tell me how many people raised their hand.
They
Just long
probably
as
all
everybody
know who I'm talking
right,
about. They
because
probably all know.
it was subliminal, you
It wasn't.
understand? And it was a light skinned way.
Trust me.
Rather than being straight up, brother.
Hold on. First of all, I ain't afraid to say no man or woman's name. First of all, I don't know where you get all this license. And if I was trying to be subliminal, you know I'm much more smarter than I could be real cryptic with saying stuff. I
No,
wasn't
you
trying to
tried
be
it. You
cryptic.
tried it. You
I wasn't
tried it.
trying to be cryptic, but I wasn't at the same time trying to really just bash the individuals in the situations. But I was trying to
But
paint
how you not? Listen, see, that's the contradictory.
No, it's
You
not
know,
contradictory.
wait, hold on. Let me tell you why. You said I wasn't trying to bash them, but I was diplomatically explaining their situations, which made them look crazy on the internet. This is how you saying it.
Say that one more time.
You said I'm not trying to bash them, but I'm just trying to diplomatically and appropriately explain that they making asses of themselves on the internet. But you're not trying to bash them.
No, what I am doing is showing examples of people who are public figures or public influences to a certain level, whether no matter how small or how great, the things that they've presented for public consumption and for public critique and consideration, the things that they've done and where they fit into the macrocosm, not the microcosm, the macrocosm of these internet streets, and the fact that people sell their souls and or embarrass themselves just for a piece
Phil,
of clout.
that's life. Rappers sell their soul for fame. That's life. These people, these grown people. Now, if it was kids and somebody was manipulating them, I could be upset. But these are grown people allowing clout or whatever
That's
that
worse.
people are feeding.
That's worse.
No, but the key word you're missing, grown.
Right. So if they're grown, we don't have to take baby steps around them. We don't have to sugarcoat.
Yeah, they know what they're getting into.
Hold on. We don't have to protect them like we do our children. Because they don't have that naivete. They don't have that innocence that a child is supposed to have when it comes to aligning or getting involved with certain things. Now we give forbearance, we give understanding, we give a certain amount of forgiveness for children that fall victim to that get involved with that do certain things. Adults doing the same thing is like no. You're an adult, you know better. No. You're an adult, you know you should do different. No, you're an adult, you knew what it was when you got involved. It's a different set of rules. So at the end of the day, even though I'm not like what I'm doing is I'm showing a picture so that the other people can relate to the bigger message. And it just so happens that I'm using instances of people that we all know.
My last thing on that topic, Phil, is if we don't want if I don't want to step in a fire, if I don't want to get burned, I don't step in a fire. You
Sure,
understand? If I don't like the way your content is being created, I stay away from it. I don't
sure.
knock the content creator. I used to critique and judge the content creator
You
until
still
I
do.
realized that there's no content without people. And people put themselves in a predicament because they enjoy the content or they enjoy the perks that come with the content. So I never
Exactly.
knock the content creator of whatever they create. And just like Jocelyn, you understand? Just like Mona Scott, these people are creating an environment that people want to be in because they want the clout and the
But
fame.
you
So the
thinking
people
about it
that
from a platform.
choose,
You thinking about a
yeah,
platform.
people that choose to enjoy and endure that content have at it. That's why I stopped voicing my opinion. That's why I started minding my business. That's why when I don't want to see, I look away. That's just what it is. Because it
But
ain't like nobody is being held with a gun to their head. Ain't like nobody being chained down with a chain. Whatever you allow somebody or anybody to do to you for content, clout, or any kind of pleasure, whatever, that's your business. You allowed it.
so let me ask you a
Wrong is
question,
wrong,
Mo.
right is right. It's life.
Let me ask you a question, Mo.
I'm listening.
Where you live at, right? You come home one day and a man's smoking drugs on your front. At the outer part of your property. He grown. What he doing is his business, but you see it. It's in your presence. It's in around your
What?
circumference.
Wait,
Hold on.
wait. No, no, no,
Let me
no, no.
finish. Let me
Your
finish.
key
Let me
word was
finish. Let me finish.
my property.
Are you gonna let that go? Or are you gonna say something?
My property is where I come and lay
Outside,
my
out of
home.
rent.
Listen, hold on. No, no, I'm going to answer your question. In
Uh-huh.
front of my home, my property, you don't live there. Get the fuck away from my property. Excuse my language.
Okay. On the public sidewalk in front of your property, doing the same thing. Are you not gonna say something?
In front of my property, in my
But that ain't
presence.
yours
Now,
though.
all right, look. I'm going to say something. Just like me, it's my phone. If I don't like the content, I cut it off.
Or you say something.
What's the
You got
difference? I cut it
choices. It's
off.
choices. It's
I cut it
choices.
off.
You don't always cut it off, Mo. Come on now. Sometimes you
Sarah,
say something.
listen,
You
no,
feel
like I
me,
said,
Mo?
hold on. If it's a deep conversation, I come and I join the deep conversations. If it's fuckery and I feel like trolling, I choose to do that.
Yeah, you indeed. Keisha Hall, that's right. City
I choose
sidewalks.
to do that. Whatever I
City,
don't like, I don't like.
Keisha Hall, City Halls is not a person's property. You're right. But that's the point I'm making. These internet streets are not our property. We all are in these streets. We are all in the elements of
Sarah,
this
but what is
internet.
your
Hold on,
property
hold
is
on,
that
hold on, hold on, hold
device.
on, hold on, hold on. And we are subjected by our own choice because we entertain IG, we entertain certain people's channels, we entertain certain people in general. We are subjected to the actions, the antics, the doings of people. And in doing so, we form opinions, we form feelings, we form what you call it. Sometimes we shut things off. Like Mo said, sometimes we change the channel, go to somebody else's page, and sometimes we respond. It's human nature. It's human
But
nature.
when you
Especially, hold on,
when you hold on,
hold on. Especially if it's somebody that you gravitated towards or have been around in some capacity for a time frame or whatever the case may be. Even if only virtually. It's human nature, and that's the point of it all. See, you don't they grown? Yes, they're grown. I'm not trying to change nobody that don't want to listen. I'm not trying to. I definitely don't want to manipulate and control nobody's nothing. Do you have at it? But the point being is, you can't walk around. On the one hand, you can't do certain things and get mad because you get certain criticism. You can't shove publicly. You can't act a certain way and wonder why people receive you a certain way. You can't say you want to do better, but steadily showing yourself doing worse. You can't do these things. And I related it to me saying, I've even went internal to myself and realized certain things that I needed to change. certain things that I need to stop doing, certain things that I need to stop entertaining, certain things that I want to do for my brands and my businesses. And I say
Facts.
adequately work towards them. And that's the point when I say 2024 starts now, because I'm not giving no resolution. I'm just
And
doing it.
that's what should have been the main topic
It
of
was.
today. You
It
understand? It
was.
shouldn't have got into making an
Why?
ass of
Why
yourself,
should it not?
embarrassing yourself,
Why should it
and
not? If you
and
don't care
and,
about
and
me.
being disrespected and this and that. It shouldn't have been that. It should have been about
Why,
me,
why,
myself,
Mo, if
and
you don't
I.
care?
Because the
If you
other
don't,
folks is doing what they want to do in their life.
if you don't care, Mo, why should it matter how I present it?
Because
I'm
this is
grown,
you.
right?
You saying
I'm
what you
grown,
want to
right?
do.
I'm grown, right?
Still, that shit don't work with me, brother.
But I'm just saying. I'm saying, look,
Yeah, that shit
look,
don't
look.
work with me, brother.
You gotta let people
Yo,
live their
brother, the
life how
words
they
to
live
make
it,
things
right?
don't work with me. Logic over everything.
Okay,
Knowledge
I'm
is
giving you
everything in
logic.
life.
I'm
You're
giving you
really
logic.
not, brother.
I am. If it's
But
okay for them to
listen,
live, hold on. If it's okay for them to live their life as they see fit, then I can live my life as I see fit too, right?
of course, of course. So if they want to make an ass of themselves, let them make an ass of themselves. You can
Sure, but
only
that
say, yo, I just don't like that, so I'm going to turn it off.
but because they make an ass of themselves, if I happen to see their ass, I can point out I saw their ass.
Oh, you think they don't know they ain't showing their ass online? They know what they doing. They
So
grown.
if they know what they doing, they should have no problem with me saying I saw that ass.
Okay, and then what they gonna say to you? Okay, I show my ass.
Right. So then the scenarios and the situations I presented, they should say, okay, that was on the internet, that happened. He ain't said nothing crazy.
Phil, yo,
Ah,
you think you really good at what you do,
no.
but we see right past it, like shit. We see right past it, bro. We see right past the bullshit.
DMG.
You see right past the bullshit. But yo, I gotta go back into my job, and
Love is
hopefully
love,
you
Mo.
got my message
I
on
did. I did.
what I was saying. See, subliminals to me, I'm gonna keep it real. This now I'm gonna say this. This ain't personal. Subliminals is for suckers.
It wasn't meant to be subliminal though. It was just
No,
meant
no,
to be
no, no. Hear
general.
what I'm saying. Suckers. So we saying sucker free. So if you feel anything personal towards anything or anybody, 2024, just say who and what, where, and how it is. That's
Sure.
what you should change in
Sure.
2024. The
Sure. But
subs is subs. The subs is for suckers. I think they both starts with SU, right?
I guess so. I had to think about it for a
Subs
minute.
and suckers sounds with the same two letters, right? SU, right? So
However
just
you got
say
that.
sucker free, bro. If you feel away, speak on it. Don't speak
Right.
subliminal.
Right. But if I don't feel away, then there's no need to put no name on it.
If you don't feel away, it shouldn't even be spoken of.
Why not?
Because it don't matter to you. It don't bothers you. Only time
That
it
don't mean
bothers you is when your
just because it don't
feelings
bother me.
involved.
Just because it don't bother me, don't mean
Listen,
that it
only
can't be a
time it
topic.
bothers you is when your feelings involved, brother.
No. No.
And before
Uh-uh.
I leave, you gotta get back at Sugar. She did you dirty, bro.
Love is love, Mo. Listen, what happened to Chin Check? What happened? J Dub. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, I have no real problem with nobody. I don't. People can say my name all day, and people can make inferences about me without saying my name, right? And it's all good. It's okay when they do it. It's not okay when I do it. However, the bigger picture is in the message that I was speaking of, not in the personal attacks or the personal examples. Because I could easily say this person did this, got no problem with it, or that person did that, got no problem with it. Y'all already know I ain't got a problem. If I really want to say somebody's name, I'd say somebody's name. Nor am I trying to sub anybody, because I can be, as King Ernie would say, live and direct when it comes to it all. So I'm not worried about that. But the point I'm making in it all is, hell, we all need to do better. We all need to get up, get out, and get something. We all got to stop lying to ourselves. If we don't want to be a part of fuckery, stop being a part of it. You want to be a part of it, have at it. If you want more for your life, start doing more. Stop doing less. If you want better, stop doing the worst. That's it. That's it. That's the major point of it all. That's the major point of it all. And using myself an example, imperfect vessel that I am, that's what I'm doing now. I'm working on all the things that Phil needs to do for Phil, for me, for my family, at some point for my community, for my businesses and my brands. That's it. That's it. Thank you, Vina. Phil, you teaching me patience. You got to. And patience only comes by way of things that happen. And I've had to learn, I had to learn where I had to deal with patience with things. But guess what? It's that time we went overboard. Listen, overtime. But guess what? These people that people want to say live their life, pray for them folks. Hell, pray for me. Pray for yourself. I'll pray for you too. But in the meantime, between time, no matter what's done, no matter what's said, no matter what weight is on your shoulder, no matter what ain't going how you think it's supposed to go, smile. Because you never know what it might do for somebody less fortunate, in worse health, with less money, with less wherewithal, with detrimental this or that. You never know what it might do for them, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose. And showing real love to somebody isn't always just protecting their feelings, but it's giving them the truth that they deserve to hear, that they need to hear. Love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. On top of that, I'm not anti-you, I'm pro-me with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate your melon till the next time we chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, I'm a holla. Phil, break us to time to get over. It's what? What? Soon, Vino, soon. Mo ain't take up no time. Miss A Block, you came in here late. Mo had this much time out of the whole show. I'm up out of this, Joe. Love on somebody.